Hello and welcome to our daily sketching routine. It is Thursday, January 22nd, 2025, or actually it's the 23rd, and the days are blending in together. And today's topic, I'm going to call it's going to have something to do with digital and traditional drawing, basically combining them and using them together. So I'll think of the title later, but that's going to be the topic. Before we begin, welcome back if you are returning, and welcome if you're new to the channel. I sketch and post every day, and I set timers to stay focused and to build a habit. So I'm going to start a 10-minute timer, and my goal in the first 10 minutes is to work on this panel, which is, this will probably be a one-page comic because it's a test comic, and this would be panel 4. So here's the rest of the page. So there's 5 panels. So yeah, I'll work on this, and then from yesterday, the main progress was this panel, which is panel 5. As I work on this one, panel 4, I'll talk about my experiences here. And in this one, I had to go in, so this is basically what I used to either add highlights or fix mistakes. And in this case, it was fixing mistakes, but also redrawing certain parts, kind of like I wasn't happy with the way I had drawn the hand here, but also I kind of added like some highlights and stuff. So like I actually like the look of it. It's just that I guess I would rather not have to use it, but sometimes I want to use it. So part of this is figuring out the style and using it as concept art. Because I'm also designing the world. It's also world building. At the same time, also learning how I want to do comics. I mean, there's a lot of videos about how to make comics, but yeah, I'm wanting to figure out how I want to do it, because for me, like that's like the purpose, is to figure out like how I want to do my work, my artwork. So this is kind of a warm-up, by the way. So one thing that I learned, I'll just do my best to kind of go over like what I learned during like the process and what I would change and like what worked out and everything, because that's a big part of what the channel is for, actually. I learned that, for example, if I have the pencil sketch, that's what I was doing yesterday, was like I was penciling. So that's, to me, like that's what that is. It's when you're penciling something, you're basically mapping out like where you want to, how you're going to ink it. That's a good, I was saying how that was a good method, and it is. I mean, especially if you're drawing comics, it's very helpful. But even then, so I said that like pencil it, and then you can always figure out how to ink it. And so that's kind of what I learned, is one, if I use like a fine liner, that basically I can fix a lot of stuff when I go in to like add the dark areas or like the shadows and stuff. What else did I learn? I learned that, yeah, like sometimes you'll have to fix some things, and I had mentioned that that's what the digital part of it will help with, like fixing things and like touching up things, and so that's why I went ahead and fixed it here and made it look the way that I wanted. But like it kind of came out gray, which isn't really what I'm going for. I mean, like it could be. I mean, it depends on how I want to color it. I haven't really figured that out. And also, yeah, it's just a lot of it is the style, and I'm still experimenting and everything. In this first part of the video, I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to take a photo of this. And that's the other thing I wanted to share, was that it actually looks okay by taking a photo of it. Like I have a scanner, but that when I take a photo, it's kind of easy because I can just take it like like really easily. But then the other thing is, yeah, like it looks good. But yeah, I think that's just because the cameras are a lot better now, like on the phone. Also, if you're wanting a project to do, like this is a good kind of a little project to do because it's different whenever you actually put the character into a comic and actually draw the comic and stuff. It's its own art. Just like if you were to do a painting, I mean, it's its own thing. But all the fundamentals are here, like all the stuff that you would need. So what I'm going to do is clean up this page. It's okay. Like I feel like it serves the purpose of what this page was. And I'm going to put this onto the computer, and then part of that, like what's going to happen there, and I'll talk about it more once I do that, is just to get it started. I'll have to do a lot more videos sort of about like the digital art. I'm back on the computer. I took photos of the panels. This is just an introduction. Part of it is I'm getting used to recording in this way for digital stuff and screen recording, making sure the audio and everything is okay. I literally just installed Krita and it looks pretty cool. Also, I'm just going to use my mouse. I'm not really going to be drawing or painting. I will do videos about that. I'll do other ones where I talk about like a template or the layout for like a comic book page and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of that kind of stuff already out there, and I'm gonna actually look up more comic book stuff from people who have a lot more experience. Definitely, I'm not saying I have that kind of experience, but I have like some other maybe ideas that might be interesting or helpful. Okay, let's just adjust the levels. So there are better ways of doing this, by the way. It's just I wanted to just play around with this program, and there are ways of doing this and preserving the line work. I'll have to do another video about that. But yeah, I would be a lot more methodical, but when you're kind of learning something, it's okay to just experiment with it. But then once you have like a process, so I'm not gonna do this for too much longer, and yeah, I'll do a better video. And yeah, I'm gonna start to wrap it up, but like not quite. Let me play around with so yeah, part of this might be new to some people. So I'm just using a mouse. So this is one way of figuring out the levels. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm just using a mouse right now, but like what I have is an Intuos 4, I guess. But yeah, I guess the idea would be to get rid of all of this since it's gray. And just, yeah, that's what I mean by like touching up. Part of this is also to figure out like how to do the inking, the traditional part of it. But yeah, it's kind of hard to paint with a mouse. I'm gonna play with this more today, figure out Krita. I mean, it seems okay. I'll test out like these brushes and everything. If you know more about it, just feel free to leave comments, and then you might want to, if you haven't used it before, you might want to check it out. Seems like a lot of the shortcuts are the same, like the brush size and everything. I'll do more videos about it. I know that, like, there's a lot of digital art tutorials already. I think that, yeah, I'll just kind of add like my sort of my take on things, or kind of how I do stuff. But yeah, it would be easier with the tablet. I gotta get it set up though. Yeah, I know this is a little different, but I think it's a good direction to take things, expand our horizons on the channel. So with that said, I want to thank you for joining me today for our daily sketching routine. And if you like these videos, please support the channel. I appreciate it. And until next time, keep on sketching.